Hi everybody, Tracy Brown here. My video today is really quite the important one, I think, and I might not articulate it as good as I'd like to just because there's so many reasons we feel this way. This was really inspired by a reader who was just like, I can't stand being in this body. And it doesn't matter the person's body size. It's really, it matters, of course, to them. And I think at some level it does matter when you have a body size it's not the cultural ideal. So that does matter. And I know that when you don't have the cultural ideal body, there are real circumstances that make that harder to be in. There are people who do need to buy 2 airplane seats. There are people who can't sit in any seat at any waiting room, or sometimes bathroom stalls are too small for some people. But I'm not really talking about those things so much. What I'm really talking about is that emotional, visceral, I can't stand being in my own skin kind of, I can't be in this body, or I don't want to be in this body, and I want to lose weight and I have to lose weight. And so I think it's 2 things. I think it is the conditioning that all of us, no matter what our body sizes are, have to, I guess we don't have to do anything, by the way. We don't have to do any of this work, but I think that it does come down to doing that work around what is feeling so uncomfortable. And the bottom line is so many of us have had really difficult circumstances being in our bodies that have made us feel like being in our bodies isn't safe. And so that's 100% truth, that you don't just get over deciding like, oh, I'm going to be body positive and I'm going to like love my body. There are really good reasons why people don't, and that's really difficult, and it's a long journey to get there. And maybe some of us may never get to the place where 100% of the time I always feel fine in my body. That's not the case. I think that takes, for some of us, many years to get, because basically we've had abuses and traumas of all kinds. It doesn't have to be at the hands of another person. It could be accidents and surgeries and just circumstances that we're in that were just too much, and to have too much stored up, basically information from the past in us, to make being okay with our bodies, and especially the fullness of them, especially as we get out of dieting times, when you're not starving and stuffing and purging your food, however that is, whether it's through exercise or through self-induced. It takes a while to feel safe in ourselves and our bodies, and that's one of the things that's such my passion, is helping people slowly, bit after bit. And most people who I do that work with also are in therapy too, so it's not just me doing all that. Some of us can learn a few meditations and a few techniques and tools and get there, and some of us need a team of support to help us with that. And I highly recommend that people do that. I've done that, and I wouldn't necessarily put myself in the category of having things have happened to me. I definitely have some circumstances in the past, but there's all different degrees and intensities of things, and I think it takes time. And I think that us understanding what it is that we're struggling with in our bodies makes it a whole lot easier to give ourselves compassion and the patience and time we need. And so I will just start from saying, from the times when we were very little and through our adolescence and early adulthood, of just feeling like that the way we are is too much, or not welcome, or not safe, or not supported, or not protected. It's going to feel like we don't know how sometimes. And so we have to start with something sometimes simple, which is I can sit in my chair and have my hands on my legs and tolerate that. Or the mental part, like I can understand where it would be really hard for me to have a rounded belly just because that was criticized a lot, currently or in the past. And sometimes the mental understanding is enough at first. And then sometimes we learn lots of tools. And I'm not going to go all into the tools today because I actually couldn't in this kind of video. That it was more for the future. Maybe looking at through working with different practitioners, or if you work with me, or in my somatic courses that I'm going to be putting out in the next several months around very specific exercises to help us ourselves feel more safe. So I guess I'm just saying this video is really just an introduction of, if you feel like you can't stand being in your body and your only choice is to go on a diet or to starve yourself or to get out of yourself in some way, first have compassion for that and know that that is a well-worn groove you have to want to do that, and it's totally understandable. And then secondly, I know you could do that, but I also know that it's possible for you to have other options that in the long run contribute to you being able to be more in your life and in your body. Because I know the consequences are high when we restrict and diet and get food preoccupied. That's where we put our attention, and we never get more long-term relief from what feels overwhelming to carry. So my advice is, if you're feeling this way, reach out, get support. Don't let yourself be trapped in this, forever. And know that there are people that know how to work with this and understand that. So this is this video that accompanies the text above this, just around when we feel this way. You're not by yourself, and know that there's more to the story. And if you can allow yourself to be curious about that, you're one step closer to getting relief. Okay, thank you for listening. I know this is a tough topic, but one that I want you to know that's not hopeless. All right, thank you so much, and take care.